Good afternoon everybody, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope you're all keeping really well. So busy as always at Tillers and lots more mowing going on. I know we looked at mowing last week. Well, this week we're going to be looking at a mower. And what we're going to do this week, it's a bit of a one-off, bit of an opportunity not to miss. We're going to get up close and personal with the V-Mow and take a closer look at the machine. It's in the yard at the moment, off the tractor, just having some routine servicing done, so just getting greased up and everything before it heads out again and gets itself busy. So we'll nip down to the yard, we'll have a look and we'll look at some features on the machine, take a close look at the cutting units and talk a bit about where it came from. We'll see you down in the yard. So here we have the fabulous V-Mow in all its glory. As you can see, all the cutting units down there, of which are a 23, giving that 16.2 metre cutting width that we often talk about. So we'll have a little wander around the machine back to front and talk about a few things as we go. So we'll start here and we have www.vmow.lu. Now the V obviously references the V formation of the mower itself. So the tractor operator can sit in his cab. You can see very easily out of each window what's going on along the whole line of units. But it also makes it very manoeuvrable. It all folds up really well into one central point for transportation, and the overall design is absolutely fabulous. You know, it's much easier for the operator to see what's going on. As much as a lot of it is GPS, you still need the eyes on the game, of which they can do a lot easier with this formation. And obviously we have the mow, which obviously references the fact that it's a mower. So put V-Mow together and you have this fantastic machine. And the .lu is reference to Luxembourg. And the fabulous thing about this machine is that it was really designed by turf growers for turf growers. So it was the brainchild of Jackie and Connie van der Slice over in Luxembourg. And they're a grower over there, grows fantastic turf, and they've designed a fantastic mower here. And these now have become the real go-to mower for pretty much most turf producers now throughout the UK and Europe, and also worldwide. So fabulous machine. So we'll walk a little bit further. So we've got the pivot points where the machine folds up. So the machine will lift, it'll fold the outer arm inwards, and it'll all go sideways parallel with the main towing shaft. And this obviously narrows the machine right down for road use. So as much as it's 16.2 metres wide, I suggest it's probably no more than 2 or 3 metres wide in transport. So fantastic design. And the other thing I like about this machine is the ease of maintenance on it. So here we have these green lids. So for things like hydraulic maintenance, the system's protected nicely, hidden away, nice, neat and tidy within the main arm itself. So all we do is undo these bolts, lift these off, and we can work on the hydraulics within. So we have 4 wheels across the machine. As you can see, we've got fantastic turf tyres on, very kind to the turf, very gentle footprint. And there's 4 of them on the machine, which spreads the weight even wider. And as you can imagine, once the 23 units are down, it's spreading the whole weight over the 16.2 metres and creating very little footprint for such a big looking machine. Like I say, very light footprint. I'm not quite sure what the PSI is, but I'm sure it's pretty low, or a lot lower than we'd expect it to be. So 4 of those doing what they do. And then we have the main shaft here that tows the machine. And we've got V-Mow 23 on there, which is obviously reference to the 23 cutting units and the V-Mow itself. Now what I really like about this machine, again, it's simple design, you know, for maintenance and everything else. You know, we've seen the access hatches on the rear boom. But the good thing about this one, if you don't have some big ugly hydraulic oil tank sticking out the side, this one here, it's all self-contained within the main box system here itself. So all neat and tidy. We've got the usual sort of dials on the top for oil pressures, things like that. And then if we move right to the front of the machine, it's mounted on a standard sort of 3-point linkage down here. This obviously pivots, swivels, obviously for turning, and then it's all PTO driven. So the PTO would drive all the hydraulic pumps, the hydraulic system right through the machine to feed all the units. So this, like I say, is a hydraulic machine, and when we look at things like our rotary mowers, like our big Fleischmann mower, that is more of an electric one now. So it has a generator on, which is powered by the tractor, which charges through and produces power to the units. But like I say, this is a more traditional hydraulic style, and fantastic machine. As I say, fantastic foresight, produced by a grower for growers, and it's no surprise to see that it's the absolute go-to mower for most people these days. Okay, so let's talk a bit about the cutting cylinders themselves, and there are 23 on this machine. These are 30-inch Ransoms heads. Those who've been in the industry a long time will know all about Ransoms, and they make a good quality, robust, good reliable cutting unit, and complements this V-Mow design beautifully. So absolutely great. So these are hydraulic driven, so we've got all the hydraulic mechanism into the pump. We've got each independent ram for each one for lifting. And we have front adjusters here, cylinder to bed knife, and like I explained last week, it's all about negating any metal to metal contact, creating those heat spots that are going to give us cut quality issues. We've got roller height adjustment at the back. Now what you might notice about these, they don't have a front roller, and these are what we call a fixed head unit as opposed to a floating head unit like we looked at last week. So because we're on perfectly flat ground, the need for the front roller for the undulation is not there. But the other advantage of this is if we're in some slightly longer grass, the grass is presented straight into the cutting mechanism, and we don't have the roller pushing the grass down before it. So if we can't quite get around as regularly as we would like to, generally this will handle the grass that's slightly longer. So all in all, fantastic unit. Like I say, complements this machine beautifully, and yeah, all good. Thank you as always for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that up close and personal look at the V-Mow. Like I say, it's usually out this time of year flat out mowing, but at the moment it's in for just a bit of routine maintenance, greasing up, that kind of thing, before it heads out again. It is a real frontline machine, really busy this time of year, so get the opportunity to do this. It doesn't come very often, hence the reason we've taken it this week. So yeah, fantastic machine. Like I say, www.V-Mow if you want to check it out. And like I say, fabulous innovation, fabulous insight, by growers, for growers, by Jackie and Connie over there in Luxembourg. And like I said, it's no wonder it's the go-to machine for so many people. So as always, if you enjoy the video, please like it, please share it, please retweet it, put it out on your socials, wherever you wish. We appreciate all your views. Please subscribe to Tiller's Turf View on YouTube if you haven't already. And in the meantime, have a fab weekend. We look forward to bringing you another one next week. Take care, everybody. Cheers for now.